Good morning, and welcome to Morning Math with the Gallaghers. I'm Mrs. Gallagher, and we have a plural here, but I'm the only Gallagher here right now. So good morning, Morning Math with the Gallagher. And today we're going to learn about the game 2048.
That's me. I
Oh.
gotta sneak up.
Yeah. Okay. So Grayson snuck onto this one episode as well, as he usually does.
Yep.
So Grayson, you picked out today's game. So tell us about why you picked out today's game.
I picked out 2048 because it can practically be played anywhere. And it's math. So
Yeah, why is it
my
math?
mom is really good at it. Like she's gotten to like the number of 5 and the 8,000s or something. So it's practically what me and my brother do sometimes. Like, what's 2 plus 2? 4. 4 plus 4, 8. 8 plus 8, 16. 32, 64, 128, 256. And then so on.
Yeah, so
512.
when they first
124, and then 2048. If you get past that, you practically beat the game.
Yeah. So when they first started learning about doubling in school, the kids, when we were driving home from school, they would play this game where they would do 2 plus 2 is 4, like he said, 4 plus 4 is 8. And they would just keep doubling the numbers. And that's a really cool math concept. When we get into high school, we learned that this constant doubling of numbers were actually, you're learning the powers of 2. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to go get me the marker so I can write on the whiteboard?
Sure.
So we actually did this in Algebra 2 class, right? We learned about our exponents. We had to learn about that a lot in the logs chapter. Thanks, buddy. And so we did stuff like
Yes.
2 squared is 4. 2 to the third is 8. 2 to the fourth is 16.
So that's practically what we do.
Is 32. Yeah, and that's what the game 2048 does. Right? It just goes through all the powers of 2. And so it's also really cool because it's talking about exponents, which is something we do in class.
Yeah.
So Grayson, why don't we go ahead and show them the game now? So present. Yep. Yep. Oh, you got to click on the screen. Share. So I just Googled 2048, and then it came to this game.
So I think you
can use the arrows. Yep. And you just kind of slide the things around.
It looks more classic like this.
Yeah, hold on. Let's make sure that they understand what's happening because maybe they've never played this game before, Grayson. So let's go a little slower.
Okay. So we're trying. So it's practically a 4x4 board, and if you fill up the whole board without any moves left, you lose.
And what's a move?
A move is you move all of these pieces at once in one direction.
Okay.
Like basing on how you like slide it if you're on a phone. Do your arrow keys if you're on a computer.
Okay, so if I push the up arrow, it'll go up, and the down arrow, everything will move down?
Yeah.
Okay.
If they can. Like if it's on the bottom row, it wouldn't move down.
Yeah. What, so tell me about, so let's see. I'm going to do this. Tell me about, before I hit the button, what's going to happen if I slide down right now?
2 and the 2 are going to merge to a 4.
Okay, so if
you can also merge 2 at the same time.
Yeah, so if you have 2 numbers that are the same number and you slide them into each other, they're going to add together. So right now I'm going to go ahead and slide. We've got the 2 on the far left.
All we can slide left, and then those 2 would merge.
Yeah, so
it's a 2-way situation. We have to think of ahead right now.
Yeah, I'm going to slide down because I want to get a 4 down there. So I'm going to slide down, and that top 2 in the top left-hand corner is going to slide down to the 2 that's above the 8. It's going to turn into a 4.
See?
So your goal here is to make sure that you can keep sliding the numbers together to make new numbers. So now you see I have the 2 2s stacked in the top left corner. So I'm going to slide those down and make a 4. Now I have 2 4s, so I'm going to slide down and make an 8. And now I have 2 8s, so I can slide down and make a 16. Now, if I want to slide the 16s together, I'm going to have to slide that top 16 to the left, and then it can slide down. And so your goal, the ultimate goal, is to make a tile that says the number 2048 in it, which takes a little bit of time. And
definitely. I'm playing it right now.
Your other goal is to not make the screen fill up. So I'm going to see if I can make the screen fill up so you can see. So when the boys first started playing this game, they just kind of slid everything wherever, and they didn't really care. They didn't really have a strategy
So this
about what to
is
do.
a strategy. You just keep on moving it in a square. That's a really good strategy. At least one time, every time you move it, at least 3 things will merge together.
Okay, so that's Grayson's strategy. He likes to move everything around in a square. So
but
now
when it stops, you just try to get this. Just try to get other stuff, and then once you think you can keep on going, you just do it again.
Okay. So as you can see on the computer, I've got a game over, right? I filled up the entire screen with numbers, and no two numbers that are the same are next to each other. So now I'm going to show you my strategy for this. So when I play 2048, I like to move everything either up or to the right. And I just keep going up and right until I can't do that anymore. So I like to go up. I'll push everything to the right-hand side. My main goal is to get the largest number that I can in that top right corner. And so by constantly going up and right, I kind of guarantee that I'm going to get my biggest number in that top right corner. And that kind of isolates it from everything else, so that it's not like surrounded. You don't want a big number to be surrounded by small numbers, because then you'll never be able to make those small numbers into a big number. Now I'm kind of stuck right here. I've really been only using my right and up arrow. So when I get stuck, then I'll move to the left and I'll cross my fingers and hope they don't put a small number next to that 32. And then I immediately move to the right again. And I just kind of keep going with that process. And so that's my strategy. That's how I try to get the biggest score that I can. I don't know if you guys have played this game before. If you have your own personal strategy, or maybe you don't have a strategy and you were just kind of doing what my kids do, and moving everything around in random circles until you lose. So maybe you want to try a strategy now. Okay, I'm going to stop playing because you guys don't want to see me playing. So this is the game 2048. It's fun. It's got a lot of math. It's got a lot of strategy to it. And
it has patterns.
You can also play it on the phone. So let me just show you what the app on the phone looks like. It just says 2048, right? So I don't know if you guys can see. It's right here. It's an orange square. It says 2048. And there's a couple other math games on the phone that you can play, but that's the one we're showing you today. And so I hope that you, not right now, enjoy playing this game. It's a fun little game that you can play. And until next time, what do we say?
Bye!